started your web design business, you were probably dreaming of a life full of freedom, where you'd design your own days, feel hella fulfilled by your work, love your clients, and earn boatloads of money for your expertise, right? But it's possible, if you're like many new designers, that starting your own business has looked a little more something like working way more than you did at your 9-to-5, feeling totally burnt out, underappreciated, way underpaid, taking on a bunch of extra not-so-ideal projects just to barely squeak by each month, pulling constant 3 a.m. work sessions and drinking ungodly amounts of caffeine to get it all done and still never getting ahead. So, how do successful designers actually do it? How is it that they're able to earn more money all while taking more time off and only working on projects that fill, not drain, their cup? I'll be talking about just that in a minute. But first, I want to make sure you have access to a free training that I recently recorded called Finding Clients as a New Designer. In it, I share the 7 most common mistakes that new designers make that keep them struggling to find paying clients at all, let alone the type of clients that they actually dream of working with. So if that's you, hit pause on this video, take a minute to go access the free on-demand training, and then dive into it, and then come on back to this video. You can find the link for the training here, and I'll also put it for you in the description below. Okay, so how can you as a web designer start earning more and working less in your business? Well, option 1, and the first thing people tend to reach for, is to create some sort of passive income product, which is a totally valid option and something I am super passionate about. But I also personally only recommend this for the person who is already established and has a thriving one-to-one custom web design business, meaning you're already consistently landing clients, because you're really going to need that income to carry you through while you wait for the passive thing to really take off and start generating a reliable revenue. Plus, it takes time to come up with a new product idea, create it, market it, and build the audience to buy it, the whole shebang. So what if I told you that there was a way to start earning more money today without taking on extra clients and without having to try to invent the new best passive income thing? Now, what is it? What is the secret? Create a premium service or a signature service out of something that you already offer. And I'm not talking about coming up with 57 new a la carte items for clients to add onto their projects, or creating a laundry list of extra deliverables your client can expect come launch day. Adding more value does not mean creating more work for yourself. In fact, if you're doing it right, you should actually be making your job easier while still blowing your client's mind. Sometimes all it takes is just a handful of simple tweaks to something you're already doing for things to really turn a corner in your business. So what are those tweaks? Here are 2 simple changes you can be implementing in your business today. 2 things that I've noticed that pretty much every single successful web designer has in common that separates them from all the other designers trying to make it out there. Now, insider secret number 1 to charging high-end designer prices without creating more work for yourself is to niche. Like, really, really niche. Niching, if you didn't know, is all about picking one very specific type of client and making everything you do in your business only about them. And how does doing this instantly up the value of what you offer as a website designer? Oh, let me count the ways. The benefit of niching down from your client's perspective is you become better equipped to serve your client. When you are not trying to serve everyone under the sun, you give yourself more space to truly educate yourself about your ideal client's industry. You'll be able to anticipate your ideal client's needs and provide game-changing recommendations proactively, rather than waiting until they ask, "Can you do this?" and having to quickly cull together some sort of a solution so that the project wraps up on time. And becoming the go-to resource for your niche takes the homework out of your clients' hands so they can spend less time Googling things they don't understand and more time working in their own area of genius. If that doesn't scream premium service, I don't know what does. Now, number 2, you become more relatable, empathetic, and trustworthy. Clients aren't just looking for capable, they're looking for someone to care as much as they do about their business. It's pretty hard to prove you care the most about an industry when you know very little about it. When you niche, you are literally calling your ideal client out by name. You're saying, "Hey, I see you. I see your hopes. I see your feelings. I see your struggles, and I've dedicated my entire career only to helping people just like you and no one else." And those dream clients you've been searching for, the ones with the real big girl budgets and dreamy content that you can't wait to get your hands on, they tend to be wildly passionate about their niche industry, which is how they're so successful. So if they're going to pay you the big bucks, they need to see that you are wildly passionate about it too. It's pretty hard to prove you're obsessed with someone's industry when you're serving all the industries, right? So again, niching instantly makes you the ultimate fangirl and feeling like the biggest supporter of your ideal client. When you niche, it becomes way easier to communicate the value of what you do in a meaningful way. It's hard to talk about benefits when you're not exactly sure who your service will be benefiting. So when you put off niching because you're worried that you'll drive away legit paying customers, then all you can really speak to are the features, or basically a bullet point list of what's included in their package. Spoiler alert, you aren't offering any features that other designers aren't already offering. But when you niche down, suddenly it's just you and that one client in the room. And you can write them a love letter 10 pages long about all the benefits and what the future holds if they say yes to working with you. Now, number 3 is you become a faster designer. There's a reason experts get paid more. It's because they can get the same job done faster, better, and more decisively. How? Because it's literally all they do. When you niche, onboarding suddenly becomes a breeze for both you and your client because you are already very familiar with their industry, so there's none of them having to get you up to speed on the lingo and current trends. Oh, and no more information overload and decision-making fatigue for your client either, because you know their industry inside and out, and you won't feel the need to run every little thing by them first. Instead, you'll be able to quickly and confidently make design decisions because you understand your client's exact needs and how to make your design appeal to their own target ideal client. And the best part? Niching gives you back your time. Why? Because you aren't trying to be everything to everyone and adding a bajillion add-ons to every single project. You become the expert, easily justifying your higher price. You are zeroing in on the one thing you do better than everyone else and are hella focused on elevating that one service or experience. An elevated service means you can charge premium prices, and premium prices mean you can take on fewer clients and still make the same amount of money. And voila, earn more, work less. Not to mention, your clients will love the added value of having your full undivided attention on a project because you aren't just trying to juggle it with endless other client work. So yeah, first step to turning something you are already doing into a premium service is niching. Now, not just picking a niche client, but even picking the niche service you will offer to that client. Because again, being a Jill of all trades seems like it would be highly valuable, but those higher end clients are looking for luxurious, higher end services. And when they have to choose between a specialist and a generalist, they're gonna go for the specialist route every single time. Okay, on to secret number 2 for working less and earning more as a website designer. Sexier systems and processes. Currently, winging it with your design clients, they can probably tell. But don't worry, niching, tip number 1 that we just talked about, actually helps with this. So you see, when you aren't trying to be all the things to all the people, it automatically gets a lot easier to be organized in your own business. You can set up a super streamlined plan for doing things smoothly and in the exact same order every time. All the email templates you create for automating your workflows and communicating the next steps to your clients can suddenly be a whole lot more tailored since they only need to vibe with one specific person. And clients will love the personal touch. Plus, when you niche in both who you serve and how you serve them, there's no more scrambling to offer a million different services or tiers or packages that change a mile a minute based on the client that books in that week. You can design 1 to 2 perfectly tailored signature services or packages and then create super sexy rinse and repeat processes for getting it all done without a single misstep by launch day. A seamless start to finish design process instantly adds value to your client experience, making you way more referable by your dream clients. More than any pretty website alone will ever accomplish. And more referrals means more ideal inquiries that you didn't have to go out and personally hunt for, aka less hours spent marketing your business. And do you know what goes a long way in setting up proper systems and processes in your business? Investing in the right tools and softwares. Sometimes working less in your business is not about doing fewer things, but doing them more efficiently. Think of every single thing that you have to do with a client from that first point of contact to when you are actually ready to start designing their website. Sending over your packages and pricing, nailing down a consult call date, sending a custom proposal, though I honestly never do this and I share my reasons why in this video, prepare their contract, figure out a way for them to pay you, follow up when your client falls off the face of the earth for a week, follow up again, send a design questionnaire, collect their website content. What if, instead of having to babysit every single client and play a rather annoying, for both of you, game of email tag for weeks, you could just do it all on autopilot with just a few clicks of a button? And what if every single communication or touch point in your business could look and feel consistently on brand and highly personalized to each and every client without you needing to be tied to your inbox? It is, in fact, possible, and it's possible with the right tools. This is why one of the first things I teach inside my Square Secrets business course is how to set up your web design business with a proper CRM system. That's a client relationship management software. So for your client, it's the difference between working with someone who takes care of every single detail and is always one step ahead of them, making sure that their project is on track to finish on time, versus them having to email their designer for the 11th time that week to ask for next steps and when they can expect their design done. No client wants to feel like they're left in the dark or like they're blowing around in the wind while you jump from task to task in their project. Feeling like an afterthought doesn't exactly scream premium service, right? But with proper systems and processes, you will actually be saving time while ensuring the clients are your top priority. So if you're wanting to learn how to find that balance between earning more and working less in your web design business, then turning something you're already doing into a premium service through niching and setting up proper systems is a really great first move. It may take a little time and planning upfront, but it is way easier than trying to run out and invent a whole bunch of new different untested products or services to hopefully start making more money. And the time you'll save both in the marketing and design phase for each client you take on will actually blow your mind. So besides investing in education needed to level up your actual design skills, which is definitely a good idea if you want to charge high-end designer prices, the two simplest things you can start doing today to achieve this goal is 1, to get serious about picking a niche, and 2, to take the time it takes to finally set up proper systems and processes in your business. Now, I hope you found this video helpful. If you could use a little help in the client finding department, don't forget to head to the link in the description below, which I mentioned, to access that 60-minute free training that I recorded for you on finding clients as a new web designer. And if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to let me know by hitting the like button. And for the best tips on building a web design business that you love, don't forget to subscribe and tap the little bell button to be notified of new content dropping on the channel every single week. If you're wondering what to watch next, check out these videos too.